All right. So DC FanDome just finished. God, it was awful. So much filler, so much promotions. Like it wasn't very good. And by filler, I don't mean like a lot of people have been complaining like, "Oh my god, DC FanDome is talking about different DC things than just movies and TV shows." Well, of course. DC doesn't just do movies and TV shows. They do several other things, not just comics. They do books. They do charities. They do all kinds of things. So yes, DC is gonna talk about DC things. So that's not shocking. But the amount of filler there was just insane. This should have been tops an hour long. It really could have been an hour long. And if not, please divide the whole thing into sections. Have a movie section, have a TV section, have a comic section, have a book section. Like I don't care. Just tell me when certain things are happening when. Not like specifically, but give me a division, right? But that's whatever. That's just me complaining. The only thing I really want to talk about is the Batman. Like, holy crap. I mean, if the Suicide Squad game is like a close second. The Peacemaker is also right behind it. Yeah, I'm really excited for the Flash. Yes, I'm really excited for Shazam and Black Adam, but they're not my main cup of tea. You know what I mean? But going on to this Batman, of course, everyone knows the Batman. It's been delayed to oblivion, just like a bunch of other movies. So it's gonna be coming out in 2022, I believe, March. As we all may know, this is directed by Matt Reeves, and he's just a fantastic director. And we have the at first controversial casting of Robert Pattinson, which it was only controversial for one certain group of people, and these are the people that only know Robert Pattinson as the Twilight guy, right? The Twilight vampire. Like he's not just a Twilight vampire. He's one of the best actors today. He's just one of the best actors today. I wouldn't say top 10, but he's definitely in that top 20. If you can fit Robert Pattinson in your top 20, then there is an issue there. There's an issue there. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of Robert Pattinson lately. I mean, I can only go back not that much. You had The Lighthouse with William Dafoe. I'm sorry. If there's any of you that like any kind of weird stuff out there and just films that just do things differently, watch The Lighthouse. That same year, you had The King. He makes an appearance there. Not a prevalent one. It's like one of the main characters, but he makes an appearance. A few years before that, he had A Good Time, which Good Time was for me in 2017. Let me know that Robert Pattinson is just, he's a great actor. Before that, I understood he was a good actor and he was more than just a Twilight guy. But Good Time really let me figure out that he was just a lot more than that. So those are movies that he shows up in that I really do recommend that people watch. And of course, Tenet just came out. What am I saying? Tenet, he was fantastic in that too. But yeah, that is that with Robert Pattinson. And then when you have other people in here, I want to pull out the casting list so I don't forget anyone, because I would hate forgetting anyone. Colin Farrell as the Penguin. He looks completely different, which is bonkers to me, but he looks completely different. Jeffrey Wright is in this as Jeff Gordon. Andy Serkis, Paul Dano. I didn't pull out the casting list anyway, because, like, whatever. But he's also a fantastic actor. So, yeah. Great director, great cast. And let's just talk about the trailer really quick. So this trailer opens with a SWAT team kind of moving into the Riddler, right? Sitting in some kind of a cafe area, and just like, put your hands up, and then of course they arrest him, and then have that little close up of the coffee mug, and it just a little bird's eye, not a bird's eye view, but it goes over the cup, and then you have the little question mark, and then of course that lets you know that he's the Riddler right away, and it goes to the W and DC logo. What that lets me know right away is that the Riddler, and you get to see this, another example of, not example, but another hint of that later on in the trailer, is that the Riddler is probably going to be in prison the whole time during this movie. From the very beginning, I do believe that scene with him getting swatted, it's in the very beginning of the film. But I believe that he's going to be the whole time in prison, and everything that happens in the film It's already premeditated. He's gonna be ahead of the game. He's always gonna be a foot. He's gonna have a foot. A foot. He's gonna be a step ahead of everyone, including Batman from the beginning. Of course, it's probably gonna change throughout the film, but I believe that's how it's gonna play out. He's gonna be in prison the whole time, and he's gonna be controlling everything from in there. Not even controlling anything, just watching the madness unfold. Because everything's already premeditated, everything's already set to go off whenever he wants it to. But like he's never been showcased that way in games, movies, or TV shows, really. So I'm really looking forward for that to be the case. Then of course you have Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon with the little Batman sign, like, "Hey yo, we have the Riddler, but we still have an issue." I imagine that's how it works. Batman goes and confronts them. We have this little fight scene that we kind of saw in the last trailer, but this is a new angle, and it seems like we really are getting a bit more Batman gadgets in this one, just a little more. I'm not sure. They hinted more at it, and he has a little seems like he's tasting people with his gloves, right? Which is extremely badass. Like, why knock him out when you can just choke him and knock him out and electrocute them? Then you have Batman probably integrating the Riddler, like, what is going on? Big explosion. Batman doesn't know what's going on. We have Catwoman, and I'm excited to see how they tackle that relationship between the two of them, right? Because in the Christopher Nolan trilogy with oh God have mercy, Christian Bale. There we go. Christian Bale, it was very interesting, right? It wasn't like the best kind of take on their relationship, but it was pretty good. There was no complaints about it, not really. It was just there. I just hope this one is a bit more interesting, but we'll see how it goes, right? I mean, the whole movie looks more interesting and more unique than any other Batman thing I've seen on TV or movies, right? I mean, there's kind of gothic Batman on the comics like this, but not on the big screen, so this is really exciting. We cut to the Penguin. We have this shot of Robert Pattinson, right? He's in the middle of the floor. It seems like this is the Batcave, and you have like things written across them. You have Savage, the sins of my father. Normalized Coulson. Normalized Coulson, whatever that means. That means there's some betrayal going on here. Someone's being paid off. Number renewal is life and other things, right? So the way that I'm looking at it, like, he has this in the middle, and you have a little pictures and photos all over the place. It has like a Sherlock Holmes kind of vibe to it, and especially the Robert Downey Jr. one, how he's like a little messy, but he's a genius. Like, well, this is not messy, this is well organized, but like, I bet if you walk into the room, you don't have this bird's eye view. You walk into, you're like, what's going on? I'm a little lost, but you know, this just seems to be how he's tackling this in a very detective kind of way, which I absolutely love. I really want to see more Detective Batman, and it seems like they really are doing it. They're not just saying that they're doing it, they really are doing it. We have the shot of Batman going into the Batcave, Batman beating up more people, and then meeting the Penguin. Seems like this is the first time that he meets the Penguin, right? Because we have shots of the Penguin running away from Batman. We've gotten like that same sequence, two different shots of it, right? But we've seen the same sequence twice now in both trailers, that Batman or Bruce Wayne, or whatever you want to see, is like chasing after him. And then the first one, he was like, this guy's insane. And then this one, he's like, I got him. And then Batman, he just comes out of that fire, right? So it seems like Penguin's going to be that thing, like, you know, Batman approaches him and he's like, oh, I have information for you. He's like, yeah, I'll give you information, and runs, right? Like, maybe that's probably what's going to happen. Penguin's going to be a little helpful at first, but he's just pretending to be helpful. Maybe he's like in the Riddler's pocket, or just working with the Riddler. Or he just doesn't want to work with Batman and just tries to run away and take him down. And then we have more shots of Catwoman. I am having a stroke today. Oh, God, that scene is so sick. He's just walking towards those. They're unloading a whole clip with assault rifles onto this man's body, and he just does not care. He's just strolling. He's looking like Michael Myers right there. They're just unloading clips onto his suit, and he just does not care. and he just takes him right out. And I bet that shot's gonna be so sick in the movie. I have a feeling that some of this fight scene, especially that one, seems like it takes place in darkness, and the only light source you're gonna have is when the gunshots go off, right? And that's gonna look amazing in IMAX and Dolby Cinemas. So please, whenever this comes out, watch it in IMAX or Dolby. I don't care which one, just watch it in one of them, because it's gonna be amazing. And I bet the sound design is great too. Shout out that Batmobile. We get a really good one here. Ed just taking off, and big repulsor or thruster in the back, whatever it is. God, that thing goes so fast, I bet. Seems like Batman can fly. Huh? Or at least glide. Probably glide. He could probably glide, not fly, sorry. Little shot of the Batman cover in dust, and probably something exploded, and he got caught in the explosion. And then Batman breaking someone's face. That shot when he opens up that flare, and then he's just almost being surrounded, people like going towards him. That looks so sick, especially that angle. God, I'm so happy Matt Reeves is directing this. It's probably gonna help it a lot. And then we have that scene that I was talking about, right? He's like, I got him, I got you. And he just comes out of the fire. Oh, God, that is so sick, and rams into Penguin. And then he's looking out his window as his car is flipped, and he sees him, the Batman, approaching him. But from his angle, he's hanging down just like a bat. And then we have the title, The Batman. March 4th, 2022, only in theaters. Discover at Dolby Cinema and experience it in IMAX. Ladies and gentlemen, you know where to watch it. You know how to watch it. You know the goods. You know the goods are coming. So what do you guys think? I am extremely excited. I am shaking. I love Batman so much. I really go back and forth with him with Spider-Man, at least recently, because I love Tom Holland, but God, this is just probably going to take over my attention for a long time as my favorite hero to watch or read about or whatever the hell. So, what do you guys think? Have a fantastic day. And if you disagree with my opinions and my thoughts and whatever the hell, please say it. I mean, it's cool. I like changing my opinion. So, not that I like doing it. It's just that I won't be against of doing it. So, yeah. Bye-bye.